Hi parents, the boot camp is coming soon. Time to sign up is coming soon. So hopefully if you've been considering it, you've been kicking around in your head, I would love for you to go ahead and take the jump. You can also get in touch with me and talk with me more about it too. I'm happy to answer all your questions, happy to give you my advice, happy to just help you along the process of figuring out the SAT, whether you take the class or not. There's no pressure from me, but I'm just here if you need the help. I wanted to talk to you really quickly, aside from the class coming up, about a thing that I hear from parents a lot, and it's been coming up again in recent interactions, and so I feel like this could just be helpful to many parents. And many parents have kids who are great students, who work really hard, and they put in a lot of time, they put in a lot of energy for their school stuff, but come time to take a test, they struggle big time. And this is where the term just a bad test taker comes up. Like, I'm a good student, I work hard, but I'm a bad test taker. And I want to first of all let you know that's very common. So you're not alone, and the frustration is not just yours. It is out there a lot. Okay, second of all, I want to give you my take on why that might be and what we can do to help alleviate that. I believe Jesus doesn't want anybody to be a bad test taker. I don't believe he has designed us to be champions and victors in one area and defeated and victims in another, such as in test taking or the SAT. And so when it comes to taking tests, I see these two factors involved, okay? And one of them is the diligence. How much of myself am I going to put into this? Am I going to invest in getting ready and doing the work? And that's often not the problem. There's often no lack of diligence. There is a high level of diligence and investment on the part of the students that I hear this stuff from. And that's why they're frustrated. They wouldn't be frustrated if they didn't care and they weren't putting in any time or effort. And so they, obviously I'm not going to do well. I'm not speaking to those students. I'm speaking to the ones that are frustrated and feel like they're not performing like they could. So there's a high level of diligence. But I think that another factor that plays into good test taking is to have a high level of rest. And I don't mean sleep. I don't mean practically like how many hours of rest are you getting in the evening before a test. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about spiritually rest. So usually there's a high level of diligence and a low level of rest in these kids. They do not feel at ease about this thing. They have so much pressure on themselves to perform well. And I believe that what Jesus would have for us is a high level of diligence where we are investing 110% of ourselves, and a high level of rest where we understand that no matter the outcome, I'm going to be okay. I am going to be okay because my security and identity is settled outside of the SAT, outside of the test that's coming up. So what I see as being a major help, a major source of healing to this concept of bad test taking, is helping our kids to listen to a new narrative, which is work hard, put everything you've got into this, but you are okay. And I'm not saying that you haven't been saying that all along, but I'm saying they need to hear it more. They need to hear it more, and they need to believe it more. And that's what I teach in my class. That's the heart that I go for, is that, listen, you've got to have this level of rest involved if you want your mind to settle. Because when our mind is unsettled and we have all this test worry happening, it's going to get in the way of the scores anyway. So if we can encourage our kids to work as hard as you can, put in all the prep and effort as possible, but know that you are loved, secure, powerful, your destiny is not determined by this thing, then we're going to have kids who are ready to do well on tests with a high level of diligence and a high level of rest. Thanks, parents. I will talk to you soon.